Hey guys, and welcome to another tutorial. This time we will cover a glide trick called Spiderman. In this video we are gonna go over how the Spiderman works, off-ice training, stretches you can do to achieve or improve your Spiderman, on-ice training, tips, and lastly some combos or variations. From now on we also have timestamps in the description so you can easily skip to the part you wanna see. Okay, to start we are quickly gonna talk about what happens in a Spiderman. You begin by doing backwards crossovers. After your last crossover, stand only on your outside leg. Always glide on your inside edge. Bend your standing leg while also bringing your other leg behind your standing leg like this. At the same time, bring your upper body down and touch the ice with both hands. Turn your chest towards the ice and keep your head up. Your body has to be in a 90-degree angle like this. Now let's talk about off-ice training and some stretches that will help you achieve or improve your Spiderman. If you feel like you're already flexible enough, you can skip this part of the video. For this trick, you need a good amount of strength in your legs. The optimal thing you can do is dropping into the Spiderman and standing up again. This way you're getting used to the position and you're building up strength at the same time. The Spiderman is not an easy trick by any means. It requires strength, the right body positioning and also flexibility. So let's go over some stretches to improve the latter. First, I will show you a stretch for hip rotation. Sit on a chair and bring your ankle on top of your other leg like this. Now push your knee down and lean forward until you feel a good stretch in your glutes. You can also do this stretch on the floor lying on your back. The second stretch can be done in different ways, but the gist of it is that you bring your bent leg close to your chest. I will show you a couple of positions: lying on your stomach, in a kneeling position, in a standing position, or lastly sitting on a chair, legs opened at more than 90 degrees, bending forward like this. All these stretches are good and will help you to bring your knee closer to your chest, which is important in the Spiderman. Besides flexible hips, you also want to be flexible in the mid to upper back. If you are too stiff in this area, you will not be able to angle your chest towards the ice. Go into a lunge position besides a wall, with your standing leg away and your kneeling leg touching the wall. Now turn towards your outside leg and keep your chest up. This should help you improve the rotation in your mid to upper back. If you did everything I talked about previously, you should be well prepared to try the Spiderman on ice for the first time. But please don't expect to first try a perfect Spiderman. This is a hard trick after all, so don't get frustrated and give it some time. Before doing a gliding Spiderman, just drop down into the position to get a good feeling for it. First, I would recommend you to not actually do crossovers into a Spiderman. Instead, try the beginner setup. Slowly go backwards and drop into a lunging position like this. Glide on your toe cap and not on the tip of your blade. Once you can do this, we can move on to the next step. Bend your upper body over and touch the ice with both hands. Bring your leg behind your standing leg and have it bent. Lastly, drop down even more and twist your upper body so your chest is facing the ice and straighten your other leg out completely. And always remember, your body has to be in a 90-degree angle, otherwise the Spiderman won't work. If you're going in a straight line at first, don't worry. In my experience, the shift from going in a straight line to going in a circle comes naturally. If you feel confident in your Spiderman, you can practice going faster until you really start to glide. But be careful, because this position can be hard to control at faster speeds. Next, you can try to drop into a Spiderman without the beginner setup. Instead, you now have to keep your non-standing leg in the air at almost all times. You can actually glide on the outside of your boot when dropping down. Figure skaters also do it this way and I think it looks much better, but is also much harder. Lastly, let me give you some extra tips for the Spiderman. In the beginning, you might struggle with your balance. Even if you can drop down, you might be falling back. This is likely due to bad body positioning. You really want to be in a 90-degree angle that looks like this. Also, you want to have your standing leg as close to your stomach as possible. If your standing leg is closer to your knee, for example, more weight will be on your arms. Or you might even be falling back, as I said before. Also, in order to go in a circle, you will have to lean more towards the ice with your upper body. But not too much, because what can happen is this. You just have to find the right point in between that works. I remember 4 years ago when I learned this trick. The next day after the first session of Spider-Man's was so painful. I had the worst soreness in my right leg. So if you want to learn the Spider-Man, don't try it like 50 times in a row like I did. Oh yeah, I shouldn't need to mention this, but please watch out for other skaters so you don't crash into them. We don't want to hurt the people around us after all. Gliding on the palm of your hand creates friction, which will slow you down. Gliding on your fingertips will reduce this friction and lets you glide for longer. The last tip has something to do with why I don't do Spider-Mans anymore, despite how much I love them. I actually have very bad posture because of this trick. That's because you're always bent to the side like this, and over time my back muscles on the right side have shortened and I have back pain because of it. So yeah, that's obviously bad. If you don't want something like this to happen, you either do some sort of counter stretching, or what I would recommend is just learning the Spider-Man on both sides. This way you automatically prevent something like this, and other freestylers will envy you because you're crazy enough to learn some hard trick like the Spider-Man on both sides. I know this tutorial has been going on forever, but I have to show you some fun Spider-Man variations real quick. Spider-Man on the elbow. Spider-Man on both elbows. Spider-Man on the shoulder. Hands-free Spider-Man. 180 spin into Spider-Man. Ground touch 180 jump into Spider-Man. Forward Spider-Man. Spider-Man on both sides. And lastly, 540 spin into Spider-Man. I will rank the Spider-Man in the hard tier above the pendulum. This trick can be easy if you're flexible and have enough strength, but for me it was very hard to learn. So I think it deserves its place in the hard tier. Next time we will cover the compass. Okay, that was probably the most in-depth tutorial I think I will ever make. If you made it to the end, you're awesome and I really hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or recommendations for future tutorials, please comment down below. See you next time. Bye guys.